Hi, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create some sticker designs in Word using slightly different techniques. So the first thing we'll do is we'll use the resources we have in Word. So if we go to Insert, go to Shapes, click on the drop down and just select the circle. Now we're just going to hold down the Shift key and click and drag out a perfect circle. I'm going to make this quite big because it is far easier to work with if it's quite large. Now each shape that's inserted into Word has a small outline and a fill colour. So if we want to change that, if we go to Shape Format, go over to Format Pane, and then you'll see we have this menu available. So if you click on the bucket icon, you've got Fill and Line. Fill is the internal colour and Line is the border line. So if we go to Fill, there's lots of different options here. If you go to Solid Fill, let's just move this inwards a little. And then you go down to Colour. You can see there's lots of different colour options. If you don't see something you like there, just go down to More Colour. Here you have your colour wheel. You can move this little cursor around anywhere you like. And then you can use the brighten and darken slider, and the colour you've selected will appear here. So you've also got something called gradient, which we're going to use here because I think this just creates a little bit more interest. So click on gradient and you can see what we've got is this slider here, and you can select as many colours as you like using these little markers. If I select one, you can see there's an orange outline, and then you can go ahead to the colour down here. You can select a different colour and you can change how that gradient will look. You can also move the sliders. And then up here you can add a marker, go ahead and change the colour of that one, and then you can see how these gradients work. You can also remove this marker if you want to and just press the minus sign. So for this one I'm going to use an orange colour here, so I'm going to select this marker, go down and select orange, and then once I'm happy I'm going to go down to line. And I'm happy with the blue colour, but I just want to make that line a little bit thicker. So I'm going to go down to width and I'm going to enter 6 points. You can see now I've got that nice border. Now you can change this to anything you like. If you want it to be bigger or smaller, you can do, or you can change this into a gradient as well. So the next thing is we want some designs in here. So if we go to Insert, Icons, and if we go up to here and I'm going to type in stars, you can see there's lots of different options here. I'm just going to select this one here and then just click Insert. When I move this, you can see it clicks back into place. So select it, go to Graphics Format, Wrap Text in front of text, and now we can move it anywhere we like. You can obviously resize it as well and then also rotate them. Now if you want to change the colour, same thing, click on it, go to Format Graphic. Again, we've got the bucket icon here. I can do a solid fill, so let's choose a blue colour and we'll choose an outline, maybe choose a darker blue. We can increase the width of that as well if you want to. In fact, let's choose an internal colour of yellow. There we go. Now to copy this, all you do is hold down your Alt or Option key, click and drag, and then you can copy them, and then you can resize them, and then you can make as many of these as you want to. It's completely up to you. And then you can just go around and pop them exactly where you want them. And on the bottom here we can place some words. So if we go to Insert, Word Art, click on the drop down, and I'm just going to select this one here. And let me just type well done. Then we can move that down to here. It's going to move the sides out. There we go. Now for this we can completely customize this font. So if you select it, let's go to the Home tab and we can change the font here. So let's select this one here. We can change the size of that font. We can go to this increase font size and just click. We can also click on bold as well if we want that to stand out a little bit more. Then if we go over to here, we can go to text options, and then for the fill color we can choose a yellow again, and then for the solid line again we can choose a blue, and then we can increase the size of the border. There we go. And again, you can go and change any of these colors if you want to, if it doesn't quite fit. It's going to increase that font size to 55. There we go. Now, once you're happy with where the text is, you want to line it up with the middle of this circle. So select the text, hold down your Command or Control key, select the circle, go to Format Shape. And what we want to do is line up these two squares here so they're perfectly aligned. Go to the Align tool, click on the drop down and select this Align to Center tool. That means that text there will be perfectly lined up. Once you're happy with the layout of this, then you need to select everything, holding down your holding down your Command or Control key, select all the stars and the circle at the back, go to Group and select Group. And then you can move that any way you like as one complete unit. Now, the trouble with using some text in Word is if I now go ahead and try and resize this, look what happens. So in order to prevent that from happening, what we'll have to do is export this as a JPEG and then re-import it as a picture. Then we can resize it. So if you right click, go down to Save as Picture. I'm just going to save this as Picture 1. You can save it as a PNG and then just click Save. And then go to Insert, Picture, Picture from File. Select the picture and click Insert. Again, once it's selected, go to Wrap Text and select In Front of Text, and then you'll be able to move it round. Now when I resize it, you can see it resizes perfectly. Again, if I resize this one, look what happens. Okay, so that's quite a vital piece of information to ensure that you can resize these to the exact size that you require. So now you can get rid of this one if you're perfectly happy with the design, but if you're not, just don't do that just yet, because otherwise you'll have to recreate it. So what we can do on our page, we can select the size we want, and then holding down the Alt key, we can drag out some more copies, select it and drag it out. Let's just do 3 along here. And then to align them all, just select them all, holding down your Command or Control key. Go to Picture Format, Align. First of all, we'll distribute them equally, like this. And then you can align them to the top. Then we can group them together. Then we can go to Align and align them all to the center. And there you've got 3 stickers perfectly lined up on your sheet of paper so that when you print them out, they're very easy to cut. Once you're happy that you've got your design and you don't need this anymore, you just simply delete it, just select it, and then just click Delete. Now, if you don't want to use the resources in Word, there are plenty of other resources you can find for free on the internet. So if we just quickly hop onto the internet, if you go to this website called pixabay.com, there's a range of different images that you can use for your stickers. So if I just type in wow, and for this example, you can see I've got a whole different range of images that I can use. If I go to the top and just instead of images, click on the drop down, go to vector graphics, and then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select this one here. Just select it and then go to free download. I'm going to select the highest resolution of PNG and click download. Once that's downloaded, go back to Word, go to Insert, Picture, Picture from File, go to your downloads, and then my image is at the top here, and just click Insert. Now the beauty with this particular image is you've got 4 to choose from, but if you want to use more than one of these images, then you're going to have to make a duplicate. So what we'll do is we'll just copy and paste this by holding down my Alt or Option key, clicking and dragging out a new one. Okay, problem here is we haven't used our wrapping, so select the image, go to Picture Format, Wrap Text, click on the drop down and select In Front of Text, and then copy and paste it holding down the Alt or Option key and then you can click and drag out 2. If we wanted to use all 4 of these, then you will need to make 4 copies. And the reason is because we're going to crop out 3 of them and just leave 1. So select the image, go to picture format, go to crop. You can see we've got these black markers around the outside. Just grab those markers, and then there'll be a very fine point about there. You see you need this piece here, but need to crop out this bit here. And then all the way along here, same. And then just go back up and click crop. So now you're left with just 1. So now you can see that if you wanted more than 1, you're going to have to make 4 copies. Again, select crop, and then move this over. Again, crop out that one, and then just select crop. And then we've got 2 of these. So now these stickers are really simple. Just go to Insert, Shapes, click on the circle, again holding down your Shift key. If I don't hold down my Shift key, then I won't get a perfect circle, I'll get an oval. Hit the Shift key and you'll get a perfect circle. If I put that circle over the top of that graphic, you can see I can't see it, so I need to send it to the back. So select it, go to Shape Format, go to Send Backwards, click on the drop down and select Send to Back. And as you can see, it's gone behind this graphic. Now I do find it a lot easier, I didn't hold down my Shift key then, I do find it's a lot easier if you work on these stickers when they're quite big, so I do try to make them as big as possible. So to ensure this graphic is in the centre, I'm going to select both the circle and the graphic by holding down my Command or Control key and selecting the circle. Go to Picture Format, go to Align, select Align to Centre, and then align to middle. And then that will perfectly align all the squares you can see on each side. Now again, you can change the colours and graphics of the background, so I'm going to select it, and then Shape Format, go over to the Format pane, and then again you'll get this menu over here. So I'm going down to Solid Fill, and then I'm going to select a colour, and I'm going to choose this green. And then for the line, I'm going to go down to Colour, and then I'm going to try and match the pink of the graphic. So I'm going to go to More Colours. I'm going to use my eyedropper tool and then hover over the pink colour, and then just click. You can see here it's changed to the colour I want, and then click OK. And then I need to change the width of that line, so I'm going to go up to 6 and press Enter. And then I'm going to group those 2 together, so select them both, go to Shape Format, Group, select Group. Now again, if I go to reduce this, you can see the outline of it, I hit my Shift key, the outline of it gets fatter. And what we want to do is maintain all of those ratios. So we'll get rid of this because we're not going to use that for the time being. And then we'll right click on this, go down to Save as Picture, save it to the desktop, click Save, let's just click Replace, and then we'll go to Insert, Picture, Picture from File, there's our picture, click Insert. We'll quickly do the wrapping, go down to Wrap Text in front of text. So now if I reduce the size of this, I don't need to hold my Shift key down for this one if I reduce that one. But again, if I reduce this one, you can see how the outline changes. So I'm done with that design now, so I can get rid of it. And then I'm just going to hover this over the top so I can get roughly the same size. There we go. And then once again, I'm going to make another 2 copies and align them all, holding down your your Command or Control key, select them all, go to Align, distribute horizontally, and then align to top, and then group. Now once you're happy with your stickers, you can do as many designs as you want to, but if you want to repeat them, just simply copy and paste the group or hold down your Alt key and you can copy and paste the group to have your stickers on your sticker sheet. So let's make sure they're all lined up. Align to center. Let's do the same with these two. Align to center. There we go. And then to make sure everything's lined up down the side here, we'll click on everything and then we'll just align everything to the center. Perfect. So there's your sticker design template. All you need to do now is to print those out onto some sticker paper and enjoy. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please subscribe and have a great day.